the Nine of Wands and the Seven of Cups. Okay, so I kind of jinxed it a little bit. Ace of Pentacles is good though. And then the bottom of the deck we have, for your career, we have the King of Swords, the Emperor, and the Eight of Swords. All right, and then bottom of the deck is the Fool, which is awesome. I love the Fool. So let's get into it. Your love life, we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is a card of new beginnings, most likely a new financial venture or something, an opportunity being offered to you. It's like you don't even have to go after it. It is being offered to you, but this is in your love life. So if you really want to relate it to love, it could be the beginning of a very stable and secure relationship. Like, you guys won't need to be worrying about your money, your how you're gonna, whoever potentially that you could be meeting will be have a pretty solid foundation, which is a great way to begin a relationship. However, I just want to say, I don't know if this is the beginning of a new relationship. It could be. Okay, let's move on to what follows it. We have the Nine of Wands, which is a card of defense. Not so much defense, but it's like you've worked so hard and you're not going to give up what you've worked so hard for, but you're also by yourself here. This guy's by himself, defending his territory. So I don't know if something's being offered to you, but again, like, I'm getting very much this Four of Cups energy with the Ace of Pentacles coming in, and then this kind of really defensive guy who's worked so hard for something that he's not willing to give it up, even if a new, better opportunity comes in, okay? And then followed by the Seven of Cups. This is a card about indecision, about having so many options, so many feelings, so many thoughts that you can't decide which one to stick to, which one to choose. So in a relationship reading, that could be the case. You could be still hung up on whatever relationship you were in, potentially the one that you're out of now, because we had that Five of Cups, which is a card of loss. Or you could be in a relationship that is a little rocky, that you really had to work hard at, and it still might not be the best foundation for you. And something new could be coming in, but you're so stuck on making this old relationship work that you're almost missing this new opportunity, or you're getting really confused as in which direction to take, okay? So let me pull, excuse me, sorry, two clarifiers. I'm going to pull one for in the middle of the Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands, which we got the Two of Rods here, Two of Wands, and then I'll pull one for in between the Nine of Wands and the Seven of Cups. Okay, we got two that jumped out, which is kind of good because hopefully we'll have one will come out for outcome card. There we go. Okay, so in between the Nine of Wands and the Seven of Cups, we have the Six of Swords, and then to follow the Seven of Cups, we have the High Priestess. So, and on the bottom of the deck, we have the Tower, and I'm not really surprised. I think you guys are avoiding this Tower by harnessing this Nine of Wands energy. You don't want this Tower to happen. You don't want things to change. I think you're holding on to something tightly. But I think the Tower is inevitable. And I want you to know that the Tower comes to break the foundations that weren't stable so that you can start from scratch and build something new. It knocks down the Tower so that you can rebuild it again. So in between the Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands, we have the Two of Wands, which is a card about going after something new. It's like you have the choice to stick to the status quo or to go off on a new venture. And that makes so much sense in between this new Ace of Pentacles opportunity and the Nine of Wands not giving up on all the hard work that you've already put in. So you are very much in this, you have two directions that you can go into. So in between the Nine of Wands and the Seven of Cups, we have the Six of Swords. That shows me that I think a lot of you are going to, and I'm so fucking proud of you for doing this. It looks like you're going to move on to this new direction. That's what the Six of Swords represent. It's leaving what does not serve you behind, and you're on your journey, on your path to something new. Okay? And then it's leading you into the Seven of Cups. So you could have a lot of confusion about, or you could be like, it's so hard to make that decision to leave the comfortable thing that you know behind in order to pursue something new. And you could be very confused by it, but it's followed by the High Priestess. So during this time, remember how I said the High Priestess could be a card of like psychics, let's say, whereas the Star card is a card of empaths. So the High Priestess is saying to me that you guys know, and you will know which direction to take as long as you stay true to yourself and listen to your intuition. You are the only one that has the answers. You can get advice from other people through these readings, but you know truly the best decision, what's going to be best for you. And with the High Priestess, it shows that you're able to figure that out, and you're going to be okay. So this, I'll say it one more time. This is your love life. So what I'm seeing, although it could be career, this new opportunity could be a new relationship or a new career. Whatever it is, you're torn between leaving something that you worked really hard at, whether I think it might be a relationship that has been a struggle. You don't want to give up on it, but something new is coming in, and you have to make the choice of which path to go. Seems like with the Six of Swords, you're making the choice to move on to something new, leaving what does not serve you, leaving the past behind. It's going to be confusing about which direction to take once you make that decision, but if you really listen carefully to your intuition, you guys can figure this out, and you have the power to do that, okay? So, moving on to your career, we have two very powerful figures here, the King of Swords and the Emperor. I love the Emperor. I think he's so strong and confident, and a card of yes, like he's like, I'm gonna fucking, I have all the faith in myself. I just jumped ahead to the Emperor. The King of Swords is very much also a card of intellect. This is an air sign. This could be you guys. And this is you guys at the top of your game. Having these two, like, just look at them together. They look so powerful. So I'm not sure what's happening in your career, but you guys seem pretty confident, or you could have some very powerful, influential people in your place of work, or in your life that are really going to influence the direction of your career in the month of May, or your life purpose. However, it's followed by the Eight of Swords, and this is a card of being stuck. The Eight of Swords very much reminds me of this Five of Cups energy, where you have the potential to focus on things that you have, as opposed to getting trapped in your own mind, like this lady here, feeling trapped. But the only reason you're feeling trapped is because you're choosing to not see a way out. So I don't understand. What I don't understand is how you can have two very, very powerful figures here that know they don't feel trapped at all. They know what they need to do. They are so smart, so confident, so logical. so structured, so stable. And then it's followed by the Eight of Swords. So I'm just going to pull, I don't even know. I'll just do the same. I'll pull a card for in between the King of Swords and the Emperor, and then a card for in between the Eight of Swords and the Emperor. Okay, so in between the King of Swords and the Emperor, we have the Six of Cups. And in between, all right, bottom of the deck, again, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So, the card that fell out for in between the Emperor and the Eight of Swords was Judgment. So this is coming together pretty clearly for me. You know you're capable of harnessing this King of Swords energy, this Emperor energy. The only thing that's holding you back right now is the Six of Cups, which is nostalgia, memories of the past, looking back on the past with rose-colored glasses, and it's almost like the grass was greener on the other side kind of deal, where you're like, fuck, you might miss what you used to have in this whole relationship ordeal that you are potentially, and I hope that you're leaving behind. And it's so sad to say, but you can be the strongest person ever, but love is so tricky, like what is the Shakespeare's, love is blind. Simple as that. Love is blind. So you could be the strongest fucking person ever in your career, in your life purpose, but you can still be affected by by your heart, by being confused about, fuck, did I make the right decision by leaving this person? Like, I was so happy back then. Meanwhile, you weren't as happy as you thought you were. Anyways, so I think that is what's holding you back and making you feel trapped. And we have Judgment, which I love, because Judgment is about, like, Judgment Day. You've made the decision to walk away from what does not serve you, and it's in such a monumental way that once you do that, what comes next is the world. What follows Judgment is the world. So Judgment is a huge card of karma, like universal karma, and yeah, very much clearing away, seeing things clearly. And so what I'm seeing is you may be feeling trapped, right? Because you're thinking of the past, of this love that you used to have, that you, I think, have left behind. You know you're stronger than that, but I understand how it can really fuck with your head. But having the Judgment card here beside the Emperor is like so powerful. You guys are going to be okay. You're going to have the mental clarity eventually in the month of May to become and channel this Emperor and get out of this Eight of Swords energy, but it is pretty prominent, okay? So, but again, bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So we have the Ace of Pentacles twice. I know you guys you're not gonna give up this new opportunity. It's just gonna be a little bit of a struggle. Interesting reading. Like, it's very clear to me what's going on. And I hope this resonates with some of you, with most of you. I'm going to pull one. No, I'm just going to pull, I'm going to pull a love card, but I'm going to pull a Wisdom of the Oracle card for the overall entire reading here. Because it seems to, love and career / life purpose seems to be tying together. I think whatever you're leaving behind in your love life has the potential to affect your career because it's fogging and confusing you. So the card that we got was Breathe in the reverse, so the protection message. I'll read it to you guys. Okay, so inertia, laziness, and apathy are signs not of slowing down, but of decay and lifelessness. Wake up and do something to shake this off. Go outside for some air. A walk in nature will remind you that all of life is ensouled and magical. Get some exercise, move out of your head and into your body, and breathe deeply. Each breath is precious. That's interesting. So I think that's just some advice for you. Like, this is going to be confusing. And it's so easy to get stuck in a slump of feeling like shit, of not being motivated when you're going through a heartbreak or a breakup, or when you're having to make these decisions. You can get so stuck inside your head, just like this Eight of Swords and the Seven of Cups energies that we have in this reading. So I think this card is just telling you to not try your best not to get stuck in that. Just go outside, go for a walk. Like, literally just, like, I used to be a smoker back in my day. And I think part of the reason that I liked to smoke was to go outside and just have 10 minutes of fresh air, as stupid as that sounds, because you're filling your lungs with toxins. But that moment of being by yourself for 10 minutes in the outside, it's nice. Like, it's a nice feeling. And I sometimes, like, think maybe I should, if I'm working really hard at something, like, maybe I should just go outside for 10 minutes, breathe, like, just observe what's around me. So hopefully that helps you guys. Don't forget, like, we have this Fool card here, and we have the Ace of Pentacles twice, and we do have the Star card. So it's going to be a bit of a challenging month. It's going to be a lot of power of the mind thinking. Like, you need to be in control of your mind, and your heart can't be in control of your mind. I know that's so hard to do, but with that comes a very new, good opportunity with the Fool and the Ace of Pentacles twice, okay?